Surprisingly, despite the camel's superiority in strength, mass, and size, it couldn't definitely defeat the donkey. The donkey is too assertive and robust, so when a donkey refuses to submit to humans, acts stubborn, doesn't follow commands, or goes wherever it wants, it should be regarded as relatively mild behavior. It could be much worse. Strangely enough, donkeys are remarkably loyal to humans. Moreover, it's usually the owners who manage to separate the two battling animals. Among themselves, donkeys also engage in desperate battles. They can kick and fight with hooves, but in a genuinely intense conflict, they resort to using their teeth. They strike not only at the throat, but also at another vulnerable point on the opponent's body, the genitals. If a donkey manages to bite this area, it not only inflicts excruciating pain, but can also fatally wound the opponent. Donkeys don't just bite, they grip the target in their teeth for an extended period. It sounds pretty terrifying, doesn't it? They aim for this area not out of cruelty, but for tactical reasons. The donkey's body is very robust, and finding a place to strike isn't exactly straightforward. However, damaging large blood vessels near the surface of the skin and the groin area could be fatal for the opponent before medical help arrives. While they didn't reach this area in this instance, the aggressor still grabbed the opponent by the hind legs. The donkey managed to lift both hind limbs of the enemy, making it perform a daunting dance. The victim donkey didn't expect such cruelty, but now it won't mess with this opponent. The tactic of delivering dangerous blows to the most sensitive areas is often employed against horses. Reaching their throat is challenging, but the tail is a different battle. The height of the donkey is perfect for a cunning strike in this area. A frightened horse might panic and run away from a donkey half its size to avoid severe injuries. A donkey can unexpectedly display such malice and aggression that a single warning is enough. Here, the donkey does nothing. It doesn't hit the horse, doesn't kick it, and doesn't attempt to bite. However, using body language, the small hoofed animal clearly communicates one simple thought to the larger creature. If the horse dares to touch the enraged donkey, only one of them will see the sunrise. The horse didn't expect such an aggressive warning. It just wanted to say hello. Fortunately, the large animal realized the potential consequences of persistent behavior, and the horse retreated fearfully. What do you think about this donkey's tactic? Although donkeys have the reputation of being incredibly stubborn animals, they also exhibit several virtues. For example, they're patient. Here, a dog was having lunch next to a donkey, and while dogs typically dislike having other animals loiter around their food bowls, behaving rudely towards the hoofed companion proved to be a mistake. The donkey had no intention of taking the neighbor's food and simply wanted to spend time together. However, the dog misunderstood the friend's motives and started to snap. The canine, perhaps recalling its predatory ancestors, decided to assert dominance. The donkey tolerated this behavior for quite a while. The dog mistook the donkey's friendliness for weakness and continued to occasionally nip, bite lightly, and intimidate. The donkey attempted reconciliation, but the dog didn't understand who it was dealing with at all. In reality, the donkey could have easily dealt with such an opponent if it chose to. Finally, the dog got carried away, believed too much in its own strength, and moved away from the food bowl, almost snapping at the donkey's face. The donkey had had enough. It turned around and delivered a stunning kick with its hind hoof right to the dog's head. The herbivore hit the target the second time, and this was a devastating blow. The dog crashed its head into the wall and almost collapsed under the donkey's feet. Now, it won't be so cheeky anymore. Sometimes even domestic pigs can show aggression and attack their farm neighbors. It might seem amusing, but pigs are genuinely dangerous. They are massive, and a thick layer of subcutaneous fat provides excellent protection. However, this boar clearly made the wrong choice of its target. The donkey doesn't tolerate insolence, and even against an opponent twice its weight. Moreover, the donkey realized that kicking the intruder would be futile. Instead, the hoofed creature grabbed the boar's nape with powerful teeth and lifted the opponent right off the ground. The pig did not expect such resistance and screamed in desperation across the yard. This will be a good lesson for other potential troublemakers. The donkey didn't let go for a long time. Its neck is much stronger than it appears, just like its jaws. Therefore, the more massive boar couldn't break free from the grip. It had to wait until the donkey played enough, enjoyed the punishment, and released it. In the future, the boar will never dare to challenge such an opponent again. Hyenas surrounded a donkey right here during a night hunt. Dangerous wild predators pose a threat even to lions and leopards. Hyenas may seem clumsy, but they can move very, very quickly. Their main weapon is their jaws. A hyena's bite literally shatters bones. It seems that if a pack of predators were to handle a lion, they could quickly overpower and tear apart a donkey. But the hyenas didn't know who they were dealing with. The donkey turned out to be an incredibly tough fighter. It immediately noticed the approach of the predators, but unlike many other hoofed animals, it didn't panic at all or even think of retreating. The hyenas stopped right away. Apparently, they had received their fair share of beatings and understood that if they weren't feared, it was no gift but a trap. Indeed, the enraged donkey launched an attack on several hyenas at once. The hoofed creature easily dispersed them, as if Superman dispersing unruly street hooligans. The hyenas didn't expect such resistance, but wisely decided to keep their distance from this opponent. If you think the donkey is just bluffing when it attacks predators and that some hyenas could easily handle it, then you're mistaken. In reality, it wasn't the donkey that was in danger, but the predators. Their numerical advantage saved them. Camera footage captured various instances from different countries when a hyena attacked a donkey alone. Even domestic hoofed animals proved strong enough for powerful resistance. Moreover, the donkey simply beat up the hyena, turning it from a dangerous and fearsome predator into a pitiable semblance of a hunter, worthy only of sympathy. A hyena attacks a donkey, but the hoofed animal's body is very dense, with thick and tough fur and strong skin. Naturally, the predator looks for the most convenient way to grab their prey with his teeth, usually targeting the tail. However, the hyena doesn't know that today, it's the one here as the victim. The donkey swiftly rotates and catches the hyena with its own teeth. This predator was not accustomed to fighting with its paws and relies precisely on its jaws. When the donkey attacks a smaller animal, it skillfully and reliably seizes it with its enormous teeth around the neck, ear, or skull. Initially, it might seem that the herbivore could only give the hyena a nip, but that's not like it. It turns out the donkey's bite is much more dangerous. The hyena clearly didn't expect that. The donkey grabbed the opponent from above in a way that prevented the hyena from breaking free and counterattacking. Its jaws couldn't reach the enemy, and the predator found itself trapped. It's entirely helpless because the hyena isn't accustomed to fighting with its paws. Moreover, the donkey surprises with its tremendous strength. It effortlessly lifts the hyena. The predator's front paws are off the ground, and its head is firmly caught in the donkey's grip. The secret to the donkey's formidable bite lies in its diet. These animals belong to the semi-desert and desert fauna, being herbivores. In the harsh climatic conditions of arid regions, vegetation is not lush and succulent, but rather incredibly tough, hard, and prickly. The donkey gladly consumes thorns that 90% of other herbivores could never even handle. Thanks to this, the bite's strength is immense. Additionally, like horses, donkeys have flat, not sharp teeth. Therefore, they don't cut the food during grazing. Instead, they grind it like an industrial vice. Indeed, it's a genuine set of industrial pliers. The cruel, desert-like character of donkeys pushes them to deploy their weapons at the first sign of a threat. The hyena simply didn't know who it was dealing with. The donkey not only completely neutralized its ability to attack, but practically immobilized it. The neck is a sensitive area for many animals, and the adjacent area contains large blood vessels and cervical vertebrae. An attack in this region inflicts severe pain on the hyena, literally paralyzing the predator. Moreover, the potential injuries are significant. Notice the sharp, jerky head movements the donkey makes, squeezing the enemy in its jaws. If this were to continue, the herbivore could easily snap the predator's spine, grinding the cervical vertebrae. In this way, the herbivore practically decapitates the predator while keeping the skin intact. The donkey doesn't like getting messy, so in a way, the donkey spares the opponent. Surprisingly, after a few minutes, the donkey releases the enemy. However, the noble act of the hoofed animal is shown in quite a specific way. The donkey walks back and forth with its prey, as if mocking and showing the hyena who's really in charge. This painful and frightening lesson will be remembered by the hyena for the rest of its life. Amazingly, an ordinary donkey turns out to be a more fearsome and formidable fighter than some sort of a cheetah. Moreover, if necessary, the donkey can use its hooves to trample the hyena. With powerful kicks, a small but strong and compact donkey can throw away a large predator, deflecting the attack from a dangerous angle. And if it were to grab the hyena from the front and simultaneously start stomping or kicking, it were to become a beating for the helpless enemy. Didn't really expect to feel pity and sympathy for a hyena now, did you? Or perhaps you believe the predator won't leave this hoofed creature alone, and therefore you'd prefer the donkey to finish the job. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. We would be very curious to know your opinion. And share your opinions of the donkey's fighting qualities in general. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see even more incredible episodes from the lives of animals that few expect to perform heroic feats.